How's it going, everybody? I've owned this car for going on 3 months now, and I think I bought it with 127 miles on it. Got a little drone there. I don't know if you can pick that up in the video. It went away, but it's very rare that I get the drone. In fact, I didn't even experience any drone problems whatsoever for a very long time after I got my muffler and reso delete. But for some reason lately, I've been getting a lot of drone. And it's not a big deal at all. I mean, all you have to do is just shift around it. There's a little drone there. I mean, it's really not bad at all. But anyways, I had this car, I believe I bought it at 127 miles. I have 5,050 I just rolled over right now, so 50-50.
Now, I want to talk about the overall purchasing experience when it came down to buying this car, and it was a complete fucking nightmare. And had it not been a nightmare, I would not be in this car right now. In fact, I would be in a 2014 Dodge Charger RT that I was not happy with. So, because it went so shitty, the dealership was kind of forced into making the deal correct for me. From the very get-go, I had issues. You know, like, I was in the dealership in March of 2016, and it's, you know, I bought this Dodge Charger and this Dodge Challenger that I'm in currently at the same dealership. It was McLarty Daniel Dodge of Bentonville, Arkansas. And just prior to signing for that vehicle, the Charger, my salesman went and got his sales manager. He came out, and it was like some redneck fucking dude came out, and he's like, waved his arms. He's like, now this car, it's very good, but anytime a financial conversation starts out with like a redneck coming out from the back waving his arms and shit, you probably walk away. Now, fortunately, that worked out in my favor, me not walking away, because they really did fuck up a lot of shit. I'm not going to go into everything, but I had a lot of issues with that vehicle, and my advice to you, when you go into a dealership, expect to get fucked over. But the dealership is not expecting you to fuck them over. So when you go there, and when they fuck up, because they will, most likely they will fuck something up in the process, you know. So I recommend is just jotting down every little thing that they mess up. Get every employee's name that you deal with. Get the dates, times, everything. And if you ever have an issue and you have to go down to the dealership, just present them with all of the shit that you wrote down. And I guarantee they should be able to help you with something. Now, in my case, I had a lot of issues with the vehicle and with customer service mainly. It wasn't just the vehicle. It was mainly the attitude I got. In fact, I even recommended a customer to them. Come to find out, as he was test driving a vehicle, his salesman that was driving down the road with him started talking shit about me. Obviously, he didn't know that, you know, there's a connection between both of us. In fact, I didn't even know his salesman. He was just talking shit about me because he had heard about me. So, I don't like being that guy, you know, going down somewhere and yelling and being a dick. But sometimes you really have to be that way. And when you're purchasing a vehicle, that's a lot of money, you know, at stake. And it's not like I'm just going into Walmart and, you know, having an issue with a $20 product and throwing a stink about that. That's not what I'm talking about. This vehicle is close to $100. So that's a lot of money. I'm not just willing to let them fuck me over. So I had to be that guy and go down and just kind of a dick. And I ended up in the sales, or actually the general manager's office, where I presented every little thing that I writing down. The fact that his staff members were talking negatively about me to people that I referred to that dealership, though I didn't have to because of the issues I was having. I still did it. So just keep in mind that you're going to get fucked over somewhere. Just jot everything down, and you know, you should be fine. And because of all the issues, they ended up giving me the original request that I wanted from the very get-go. So the request that I had on the 2014 Charger, I wanted things like window tint. I already paid for that, so they couldn't help me with that. But I wanted the backup camera installed, They ended up giving me that completely for free. Then they offered to give me a 188-point inspection on the vehicle because I didn't feel safe in it. I really didn't. So they offered me that for peace of mind, and they claimed that was a $2,000 value for that. I never even ended up getting it because I didn't have the car very long. I think I made one payment on that vehicle because I had it for 3 months, but you don't make your first payment for like 45 days. So I ended up just making one car payment. They made it to where I was not upside down in that payment. So when I traded that one off, I didn't owe anything else on it. I just got into this vehicle. They gave me a check for taxes on the vehicle, which was like over $1,500, I think. I originally requested that, that they pay the taxes unfinanced. Of course, they, didn't do it in the original deal. To make things right, they took care of the taxes that time, my backup camera. And then after a couple of days of driving the vehicle, I decided I just didn't want it anymore. So I brought it back to the dealership and I presented the idea to them. Since the 188-point inspection was worth $2,000, I asked if they can just convert that to cash. So I used that $2,000 into the trade-in of this vehicle, so $2,000 taken off. Plus, I asked if they take trades other than vehicles. I just happened to think outside the box, and they happened to say, yeah, they do. In fact, they had a customer that traded in a horse one time, apparently, for a vehicle. So I thought that was pretty hilarious. So I ended up trading them a 2013 Gibson Les Paul standard guitar. I paid $19.99 for that. They gave me $2,400 for that guitar. I had a lot of money. It was like $7,000 taken off this brand new vehicle. If you're trying to get a vehicle, I definitely advise thinking outside the box, because I didn't think that you could do any of that shit to make a deal, especially at like a large dealership. I'm not talking like a corner dealership. This was a large Dodge dealership. They were able to make that deal for me, take trade-ins that, were not automotive related, and I ended up leaving in this car, and it was unbelievable. So I really love this car. They really, really fucked up in the beginning several times, but at the end of the day, I'm now in this vehicle. I'm happy. Just keep that in mind. When you go to the dealership, you're gonna get fucked, so try to fuck them over in the process too. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.